Okay, we're on to our next thing with integers. Today we're going to talk about something very, very important in algebra, and it's called absolute value. Absolute value. That's our learning target. We're going to be able to evaluate absolute value. So you write down absolute value. Okay? Okay, so absolute value. You have that written down. Like I said, it's a very, very important thing in math. Absolute value is the distance from 0, the number 0. So, go for it. The distance from 0. So, what we're going to have again is we're going to have a number line. And here's 0. And here's my positive numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've been drawing these a lot. You're probably tired of me drawing number lines. And on the left side, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. Now, distance from 0 means how many away. Okay? So distance is how far away from 0. And absolute value has its own special symbol. It looks like this, 2 lines. So the absolute value of 3. These 2 lines, straight up and down, mean absolute value. Okay? How far is 3 away from 0? The absolute value of 3 would be, if I start at 0, I have 1, 2, 3. The answer is 3. The absolute value of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equals 5. The absolute value of 100 equals 100. The absolute value of 1,000 equals 1,000. Okay? That side's easy. Now let's look at the negative side. The absolute value of -3. Okay? So I'm going to count. -3 to 0. 1, 2, 3. It's 3. Positive 3. The absolute value of -5. I'm going to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is 5. Absolute value, the distance from 0, is always positive, never negative. Absolute value is positive. So the absolute value of -10 is 10. The absolute value of -100 is 100. Okay? That's how we take absolute value. Now, what if I put 2 absolute values together? The absolute value of 4 plus the absolute value of -3. So first you're going to take the absolute value. The absolute value of 4 is 4 plus the absolute value of -3 is 3. And 4 plus 3 is 7. That's my answer. Okay, what if I have the absolute value of -2 plus the absolute value of -5? The absolute value of -2 is 2 plus the absolute value of -5, 5. 2 plus 5, 7. Alright, now sometimes they throw tricky ones in there. They put a negative and then an absolute value of 10. This one is tricky. Negative is on the outside, so the absolute value of 10 is 10, but since the negative's on the outside, you have to put it there. Or sometimes I'll have negative, absolute value of -4. The absolute value of -4 is 4, but this negative on the outside means you have to draw it there, -4. So my answer to that one would be -4. Alright, now here's what else they do. And we've done some like this before, the very beginning of the year. They might tell you A equals -3, bless you, B equals 2, and C equals negative 4. And then they're going to say they want the absolute value of A. Okay, the absolute value of A. So what you have to do is you have to replace A with negative 3, right? A equals negative 3. So the absolute value of negative 3 equals 3. So you have to substitute and replace. Or maybe, using those same numbers, they want absolute value of B plus, so the absolute value of B plus the absolute value of C. So B is 2. So you have the absolute value of 2 plus, make my absolute value signs better there, C, the absolute value of C, C is negative 4, so you put negative 4 in there. Then you do your absolute value. What is the absolute value of 2? It's 2. Oops, I wanted that in a different color. 2 plus the absolute value of negative 4 is 4. 2 plus 4 is 6. Okay? So, those are the types of problems you're going to try today with absolute value. And what you need to remember is that absolute value is the distance from 0. It's always positive. Okay, that's all.